I could also just say screw rescue and play Professor X, because even though we made this deck all about rescue, she's also one of the weakest cards in the deck. Welcome, my friends, back to Marvel Snap. Today, you might see that there is no deck list right up above us right now. It's because we're going to be doing some deck building on the fly. Rescue got buffed in the latest patch. The developer said that she had been performing very poorly. I fully agree with this. The only time that I'd ever seen her was because District X had randomly given her to me. So, with the buff, we are going to try and see if we can make her playable. Let's grab rescue here. There's our girl. On reveal, if you play a card here next turn, plus 5 power, turning her into a 4/9, which is admittedly a premium stat line. She has the on reveal tag, which gives her a couple synergies, I suppose. We can run her with Wong to be able to get plus 10, playing another card to her location. Certainly doable for us. The problem is that the energy curve starts to get tight with a 4-cost that I want to follow up with another 4-cost. So we're going to need some cheap little 1-cost bodies to be able to make our deck a little bit more efficient. With an on-reveal deck, it just makes sense to add in Odin, and then some of the other strongest on-reveal pieces like White Tiger. I don't want the deck just to turn into the Wong White Tiger Odin sandwich, which my hazmat deck really is. It's a hazmat half the time, and then the rest of the time it's just the Wong White Tiger Odin. And I don't want rescue to be in the same spot, but that's kind of where we're trending to. Okay, how about this? What if the deck takes his personality as a bit of a control deck? We could play rescue and then follow it up with Professor X, which means it's a plus 8 play to the location, and then we lock the opponent out. This makes at least some sense to me. We can add in Ironman if we're looking at having a very consolidated block of cards. But that's about all the expensive cards we can possibly cram in here. And now we need some of the earlier curve to help round things out. I like the idea of just playing big things. So we add Maximus to get that extra 7. And then a little bit of control would actually be quite nice. If we played something... Is it going to be Killmonger Nova? Something in me says that Killmonger Nova could be quite good for us. We can add in the Nova. And then I would actually like to add Angela. There's a lot of synergy here of being able to play Angela, Nova behind, break Nova, distribute the buffs, play yet another card, get Angela even larger. So where is Killmonger? We certainly want Psylocke. A lot of synergies with on-reveal effects here. She is on-reveal herself. I can play her behind to Wong to be able to get extra energy. I can also play her early to be able to cheat Wong out on turn 3, follow up with rescue on turn 4, and then we're not even behind curve with the awkward Wong 4-cost, rescue 4-cost that we were talking about as being a hang-up for the deck initially. Now just for our final piece. You can always slot in a little bit of control. Obviously, this deck is running a lot of flex slots. We might even experiment with a couple different variations throughout the course of the video. But I was also looking at Ironheart Ironheart and Wolfsbane are popular ones for on reveal. They can get very large themselves. Which one would we like? Which one would we prefer here? I feel like because rescue is kind of the tower mentality, making your location bigger, we look for Ironheart to add to deck here to be able to then distribute some assistance elsewhere. And that's where we're going to call it for now. So there it is. We have a rescue deck. Now let's see how it actually plays. Oh my gosh. What is this deck? If you guys have seen rescue cropping up out in the wild with other people testing it, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to see if anybody else is finding success with it and what they are doing, because it still just feels like a very awkward card to try and force out there. Also, for this particular list, if you're missing any of the cards that I happen to be using, you can ask a question down in the comments. We can talk about subbing out certain cards, what I would pick and where. We have Nova, which I love, and we have Wong, Ironman. We have pieces. No full combos together yet. We'll see what we draw into. I wish that there was a card that would just give us more draw power, which I know it's Jubilee, but it's not quite the same, not quite what I am looking for. We got our Angela. I'll go ahead and play Washington, D.C. Most likely we're going to try and kill off all these squirrels and then the Nova with a Killmonger. I do love... Killmonger is just so useful. Even though the heyday of the Zoo decks is gone, Killmonger is still a fantastic piece. They have a Nova themselves. I feel like if I just play Maximus here, I basically win that location. With how big Iron Man is going to be. He's going to be plus 14. Going to be very hard for the opponent to stop us. Something like Wong. And then Psylocke. But turn 5, I would honestly like to be able to play Professor X. That would also lock down Nova from being destroyed. We have Wolverine. Who's flipping first right now? It's very close. Okay, they are flipping first. That means that if they've lined up the destroy effect for this turn... Hang on. Oh, they have 4 in hand, only 2 in deck. I don't know. This feels like a very much a dead game. We didn't get any of our key pieces, but that's actually good testing. This is the absolute floor for the deck. And White Tiger, Wong, Odin can find a way. I mean, we're playing up against a bot. That's probably a good place to be able to be on our testing. See where the deck list really lies. So in our first outing, we get the win because we can kick Spirit Tigers into Sanctum Sanctorum. That is something that the deck has going for it. White Tiger gives you that little bit of flexibility, get into the sneaky positions. Now, deck building 101, after a match, you have to think, is there something that you want to change based on the results of the previous match? We won, which makes me think that we're not ready to change anything yet. Admittedly, it wasn't a great test, and we didn't even see Rescue or be able to play her. But we were able to find conditions that still came together without Rescue and without Wong into something to get multiplied even more by Odin. So overall, I'm okay with how things are coming out. We're going to play Nova here, just to be able to have the early tempo. And then trying to plan out what we have. We have Angela. I mean, we have a 2, 3, 4, and 5. So part of me says that you just play through that sequence of cards. Jotunheim. Well, if a Spirit Tiger kicks over rather late in the match, we may be able to win that, similar to our results around Sanctum Sanctorum. Ooh, Iceman's going to throw off our curve. Don't hit Rescue. I want to play... Okay. You hit the White Tiger. The White Tiger will now have to be our final play, if we choose to use her. Limbo. Limbo will give us another turn. Alright, White Tiger is no longer going to be our last play. Do I just go straight into Maximus, or do I actually play Psylocke? I mean, it kind of was... It was foretold that this would be the combo. Psylocke to be able to... draw... No, it's still too late. Because what it gives me is 5 energy next turn, which I don't care about. So we just play Max. Get Max down. Buff up the Angela. Feeling pretty good. Flood the opponent's hand with cards. I don't know. I've had a hard time figuring out how much of a drawback that is to Maximus. It's very hard to quantify in terms of points on the board, giving your opponent extra cards. There's Wong. I love it. We get Wong, Rescue, and then we don't have any 1-drop to be able to fit in. One of the early things I said in deck building was that it would be nice to have a couple 1-drops to help smooth out the energy curve, and then the deck took a turn completely away from that direction, which is fine. We play Rescue. Oh, she's got the little wings. Do that again. Yeah. I've never... Have I ever played Rescue before? I've had her in hand. I've probably played her before. Never realized she had wings. So we're going to get plus 10 on the Rescue, as long as next turn we follow up to her location. Are we following up with Iron Man or White Tiger? Probably doesn't make too much difference which one. She gets a little shield, waiting for the ally to come in behind. And we do see Killmonger here. That could be an interesting final combo of Killmonger, popping Nova, Ironheart, buffing pieces. Which, I mean, frankly, we could do that right now. But I do like White Tiger to get a poker and a Jotunheim. And watching the way that the game's tempo has played out, I'm going to snap. I'm feeling good. The enemy is having their cards devalued in Jotunheim. It's worse than driving a new car off the lot. The depreciation on the squirrel has gone fully into the negative. And here we go. We ping. We ping again. That feels pretty good. They're pitting the collector up against us. Okay, Angela, Sentinel, sure. Buffing the bishop. This is the bot's bog standard deck. We've seen this 1,000 times. White Tiger bounces the Jotunheim. And again to Limbo. It's quite good. This is actually feeling very good. Now for the final play. I do like, well, I actually don't like Killmonger because they have this negative squirrel that's going deeper in the hole, though I would pop Iceman, Squirrel Girl, and then this squirrel, and Mantis, and get the buff from Nova. Okay, I think I have convinced myself. I'll do something like this. We get the extra buff from Angela. We already snapped. It's a pretty good day here. Now, what's tough is looking at Wong, Rescue, and Odin. But you just don't have another turn to be able to play onto Rescue yet again. Even with Magic doesn't fit in the energy curve to actually be able to get it to go off. Unless you're also playing something crazy like, you need a crazy energy cheat like a Wave and Sarah to go Sarah on turn, no, but then it's on turn 4 anyway. But you still might be able to fit things in a little better there. It just gets too convoluted to ever be practical. But there's a win. And that may be the biggest rescue the game has ever seen with how often she gets played. Let's buff her up. Get that frame break. I'm going to have the best rescue in the game after this testing. Nobody plays this character. We get the Collector's Reserve. I believe I promised the opening. I got the hella. I promised this opening in the previous video. Yes, let's go. It's all coming together, guys. It's all coming up Teddy's way. Once again, we ask ourselves in the previous match, is there anything we want to update about the deck? Frankly, these matches up against the bots that turn into wins are not really helping me figure out where the weak pieces are. It would be nice to have a couple more low energy curve pieces, but it's hard to fit them in. It was hard to understand what to replace. Maybe you cut out Max, he's just there on his own. He's just being a big body and that's it. The opponent also has Nova. This means they are also going to have a way to be able to clear away these Raptors. They get a 1-drop. Would they run another 1-drop? I don't know if they would have any other 1-drops. Similar to us, we don't have another one. We play Angela. I do like the idea here of potentially catching the opponent out with a Professor X. On reveal effects not being able to trigger on that side is tough. But if I do something like Psylocke, that buffs Angela, and then I play Rescue Professor X, that locks that up, and then I need... what do I do after that? Ironman's not going to win it for me. I don't know. We have to draw into something? What would we draw into, though? It would be a White Tiger. Is that my other best option? Ah, the Maximus. Sure, the Maximus could do something. I could also just say screw Rescue and play Professor X, because even though we made this deck all about Rescue, she's also one of the weakest cards in the deck. Professor X just feels pretty good right here because we flip first. Whatever they play here gets locked in, and then I also get the buff from Angela. And they're not going to be able to destroy these cards otherwise. All right. We pulled that off. Fantastic. And I'm going to snap. I'm feeling great. I got Professor X out there. Sure, Daredevil. Daredevil, take a look at this. I'm going to beat you with a rescue deck. We play. I should have played. No. I have to play it in this order. This is why rescue, her ability is so clunky. It would have been more energy efficient to play Iron Man and then rescue behind. Not that I had another 2-drop to fill in, but it still would have been more efficient. But this way, we have to play. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm not going to be able to trigger rescue. The whole point was to be able to, wait. Hang on. If you play a card here next turn. No. I'm not going to be able to add in there. So it is Max? Max and nothing. Because Ironheart doesn't trigger on nowhere. This is so bizarre. It's so weird. Double Professor X. Sure. And final turn. What's going to happen? You play the Destroyer, naturally. Well, good game, I suppose. We got hit with so much control, guys. I was actually happy with how that was turning out if we'd been able to play Iron Man in, but they had the control. They take us for 8 cubes. It hurts. But did we actually learn anything about the deck? I can't say that we did or didn't. I didn't feel like, other than not wanting to play the rescue deck that much longer, I don't know what I would change. Give me a rematch. I would love to rematch that Destroyer deck. I feel that's about the position where this deck could be. It's just playing with Wong, White Tiger, Odin, a little bit of control sprinkled in. I'm playing enough good stuff that I think we're on the level of the Destroyer deck. We don't have as much consolidated synergy, but it's playable. As we have seen from all the times that we have shellacked the bots. We played Nova here, early tempo. If we draw into either Wong or Rescue, I'll play Psylocke. Otherwise, I'll set up Angela. Okay, we drew Wong. Perfect. So we play Psylocke, just like we said. Let's play Psylocke to Hell's Kitchen. And then where do we want to set up Wong? We potentially set up Wong on the right lane. I'm also looking at New York as being an opportunity to utilize Angela as a win condition. Atlantis is fine. Atlantis is fine. We play Wong. It might not look great, fine, but with New York, I can shuffle everything besides one card out of Atlantis to be able to score the bonus. Unless we completely spam the board. What do I like? You have an Angela armor. Your armor is preventing me from destroying my Nova. I could just Ironheart. Be able to get the buffs on the cards that we've got. Armor is going to keep them alive. I suppose I could have been sneaky and also used New York to swing Nova out and then pop with Killmonger, but now that's not the direction that we are going. What is way more risky, let me tell you guys, is the cheeky Professor X to New York, the solo Professor X lane. Hang on, was that a Spider-Man sound effect? Did you guys hear that? Oh, I think it was just delayed. All right, Spider-Man's a little slow. It's okay, guys. It's a new patch. Is this crazy? I mean, it is kind of crazy, but at the same time, it could be good. Yes. Oh, you're gonna do it back to me. But, my friend, you are behind. I don't know what's going on. How do they see themselves getting out of this one when I play another 11 points out of Iron Man? Is that the best play? Maximus Angela is actually almost as good, which is crazy, but we'll do it this way. No rescue, but the control out of the deck with Professor X Looks like it could give us, and we take the win. No way. All right, thinking about the previous game, there's still not really anything that I would be immediately set to change. I fully expected to go through more deck iterations here. And we've got Rescue in hand, fantastic. Let's play Nova out. You could play Nova to Murder World, but we're holding Killmonger. We can choose to pop it whenever we want. Opponent plays Agent 13. Are you playing a Collector deck? Is Collector still alive and well? Let's play Psylocke. Right to Mur Island, be able to start absorbing those buffs. Get Rescue down early. Central Park for all the squirrels. Yes, Killmonger's gonna be so happy. Clear away all the chaff. Though at the same time, the squirrel is absorbing the buff. Well, it's equal on the opponent's side. We'll be able to kill this Agent 13 that's been absorbing buffs for a while. And that's gonna feel great. We also open up a spot to be able to play... Hang on. I play White Tiger and then I play Odin on behind. If the opponent could play magic for me, then I'm feeling great. Oh, I got a double Nova? Wow. Okay, hang on. We see the Wong. I can play Wong here. I have to play here to be able to trigger Rescue. That's the whole point. And that's part of the restriction of Rescue, is that she really locks you into this play. Then I can play Killmonger to kill the squirrel, get one more open spot to be able to play White Tiger, I suppose. I'm fairly happy with this. I got a Nova, they got an Ant-Man. Mine's a little better. Rescue's looking really good. My Killmonger is looking really good. They just keep on playing to Mur Island. I feel bad for them at this point. Now, because I'm killing the squirrel and the Ant-Man, I kill their entire board except Scarlet Witch and Angela. Their whole board. Whole board is dead. And then I get double White Tiger bouncing out. I was wondering if a cheeky Professor X would also be good, and it would. But if the opponent sees through it, it could be problematic as well. So let's just kill the entire board. There's so many kills. And I had the double Nova. From days gone by, they talked of a Nova that would add +2 to all of your cards.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah. Try playing Iron Man there. What you gonna do about it? Alright, we already snapped. We're golden. We play White Tiger here. We bounce, we don't care. You have to play something like 10 strength to be able to overcome us. Your buffs are more efficient because of Iron Man being there, but I'm still absorbing 4 buffs myself. And we have a 14-point rescue. Probably the biggest rescue anybody's ever gonna see. Well, never mind. Earlier in the video, we got a really large one as well, didn't we? We got the buffs from Mur Island and Nova to be able to make up the difference of not being the double buff from having a different order of Wong and then rescue, but it was very fun. And we forced the retreat.
Victory.
We retreated to the rescue deck. Did we actually find a rescue deck that is playable on the ranked ladder? Oh man, I don't know. It was quite fun. We had better success than I thought. We also didn't go through nearly as many deck evolutions as I thought we would. I thought we'd be trying stuff out, trying to figure out something that would work and just kind of banging our head against the wall. But the fallback of Wong, Odin, White Tiger sandwich is just a decent enough baseline for the deck. And then you sprinkle in the Psylocke to help even out the energy. When you have the 2 4-drops, that actually works very well. Play Psylocke on curve, draw into one of your 4-drops, play them. And then Ironman, Professor X, we have control, we have power if we just consolidate into 2 lanes and just have enormous blocks right there. Rescue winning 1, Ironman winning the other with the help of some of our other plays. Nova, Angela, Killmonger. We're pulling all these different modules of synergy. Let me know in the comments how you guys would improve the deck list. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more deck videos like this. Also, let me know if there's another topic you would like to see me cover in Marvel Snap that could inform some of my future video creation. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.